Hey everyone, my name is Owen Krall. I'm a first year admissions counselor for UNLV, and today I'm going to show you guys a little bit on the step-by-step process on how to properly apply to UNLV through the UNLV application. The first place you're going to want to go to is our main website, specifically UNLV admissions. If you want the official website, unlv.edu/admissions. Once you're there, it's going to pop up a screen of all of our lovely students. You can scroll down a little bit until you get to different box options. You're in first year, transfer, international, returning, or non-degree. Since you're coming from high school, you're going to be a first year student. So we're going to click on that there to get started. And the reason why I have you guys go through this process is going to show you guys all a little bit about our admissions requirements, our GPA requirements, test score requirements, and we even have deadlines as well. And just kind of scroll down a little bit and you'll see two red boxes pop up, and it's going to be the UNLV application or the common application. Today we're going to focus specifically on the UNLV application, so we'll click on that there and it will take you to create a profile through UNLV. Now if you've already been one step ahead and you've done this already, then you can go ahead and sign on in. But for those who haven't created a profile just yet, we can click create profile on either the bottom left or the top right corner. And once you are there, it's basically just a little bit of information just for us to kind of know who you are, where you're coming from, what you're about. So your first, last name, email, phone number, address. This gives us proper data to help us and help you through the admissions process. Once you've created that account, you'll be getting an email to create a password. You'll click on that link on that email, create a password, and then go back to the login page, right? Once you're at the login page, you'll type in the email address you use. I recommend using a personal email. The school emails do get deleted after some time after graduation. And then once we're signed in, it's going to take you to our main page where we have all of our services at UNLV, right? But if you'll notice in the left-hand corner, there'll be a portion that says applications. Right, we'll click on applications and then admissions applications. Once you're there, click on start a new application and you'll go ahead and get started. The first thing that will pop up on your application will be instructions, right? You'll see a thing called application detail and there'll be a whole checklist for you to complete, right? Our application generally takes roughly around 20 to 30 minutes to complete. Once you do that, once you understand that, you'll click save and continue, and you'll get started. The first thing that will pop up is application type. So this is probably one of the most important parts of our application. So we get to know you a little bit more. Are you enrolling while you're still in high school, or are you enrolling in UNLV after high school? Typically, most high school students do start after high school, right? So you'll definitely want to select that option, which will then prompt you to the next one forward, which is I will be enrolling in classes at UNLV in either a degree or non-degree seeking program. Now, this is a very common misunderstanding among students when they apply to UNLV. Make sure you read that one very carefully. After that, there'll be a select all that apply options. This is basically just all the classes that you've taken in high school. Is it AP? Is it IB courses, tech prep, CTE? Or did you even take dual enrollment with another school while you were enrolled in high school? All those things we will need to know prior to you going forward. If you're an international student and require an F1 visa, you'll select yes there. If you don't, then you'll select no. And then from that point, you'll click save and continue, on which it will prompt you to turn and major. Now, this is also an important part, as this is what all of UNLV will receive this data when you want to start and what major you want to be selected in, right? The first one, obviously for this sake of this video, 2025 fall is the option currently open for us, right? So we'll select that one there. And then going forward, there's going to be, are you an MGM Resorts International? You don't have to worry about that stuff there unless you are one of those students. And then the other one is, do you intend on enrolling exclusively in online courses, right? So if you want to enroll in a fully online degree program, UNLV does have plenty of options for an online program, but if you do want to do online courses, your majors are going to be slimmed down a bit, right? So do make sure that you know what major you want to do and exactly how many you're going to do, right? So in this example, we'll select film and just kind of go from there, right? Once you've selected your major and your program, you'll click save and continue. And you'll notice on the bottom, there's a little red box again that says you are completing this application as a first-year student. Make sure it says exactly that as you're going forward in your application, especially if you are a high school student. And then after that, it'll take you to some contact information. What's cool about this is a lot of when you created a profile, a lot of that information will save into your application. So you'll see a lot of the same information from when you created your profile earlier into this portion of your personal information. If that is all still accurate and correct, this will be probably the quickest part of the application. And your next option will be more of the biographic demographic information. This is more for UNLV's information's sake. It tells you before you enter the information, it tells you as well. Next thing we'll have is demographic information. Then we have military vet service. If you did some vet service or that you're related to a member who's done vet service, all of that will be listed as well, right? And then any additional information that we need to know. If you want to apply for financial aid, you will have to put in your social security number into the application. That is a common misconception as well for students. They think that they can just go forward without applying their social security number, which you can, but you do have to make sure that you consider your financial aid, because it may be harder for you to receive financial aid if you don't put your social security number in the application, because UNLV has no way to confirm or deny your graduating. All right, and then after that, you'll click Save and Continue, and it'll ask for your parent or legal guardian information. Now, you do not have to fill out this information if you do not want to. So if you don't want to fill your parent information, you don't have to, it's optional, but do make sure that you answer the questions accurately as such, right? If you want to share your parent information, make sure it is accurate information. And you will have to share information for both parent or legal guardians, right? So you can't just do one parent, you have to do both. If you only want to share one parent, then you do have to negate the second parent by saying you don't want to share, right? Okay, and after that, education details. This is where we can get a little bit tricky as far as how we properly report these. So for high school information, it's going to ask to select a high school. You'll need to put the city, the state, the country in which the high school is from, and you'll need to type in its full name. For example, I graduated from Arborview High School in Nevada. I would type in Arborview High School, full name, all caps, right? You type it in, should be able to find it, and you should be able to report it from there. Once you report it, it will ask for your diploma type, your GPA, and your class size, class rank. A lot of that doesn't have to be 100% accurate, but do be sure that you are truthful to the best of your knowledge. Once you've done that, test scores will be the next order of business. So you don't have to report your test scores immediately, as it's not detrimental to your admissions requirements. You look at GPA first from your high school, and then if you don't meet the GPA requirement, we will then ask for test scores. But first and foremost, if you haven't taken the ACT or SAT yet, you can click that. If you have, but you don't want to report it yet, don't have to do that either. Either way works for us, right? But if you did select AP, right? If you took any AP classes and you selected that in the select all that apply section way back in the application type, you will need to report your AP scores. After that, you'll see something that says transfer institutions. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'm a high school student, I haven't transferred from anywhere. First thing that's gonna ask for, if you took any dual enrollment courses, that would be your transfer institution. So once that's reported, we'll go from there. After that, you'll have a review application. If you want to download the PDF, you absolutely can for your own keepsake, but you can click confirm and continue, and then it will have you pay and submit, right? You will sign your full name, click I agree, and then it will ask you to pay for it. However, if you are eligible for a fee waiver, if you think you are, you can click yes, and there'll be many different options for you to choose from. If none of these apply to you or anything like that, you can just click no, and then go forward with the charges there. That's a little bit of a rundown on the UNLV application, and I hope you all enjoy. Take care.